Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. That's for you, Paul Rudd.
Oh, a little rush. Nice.
Come on. We understand.
YYZ.
We understand. We understand what our guests like.
Slapping the bass.
Oh, yes.
Paul Rudd is here. Ant-Man coming to a theater near you July 17th. Is this the first press you've technically done for this film? We're real early.
Well,
as we're here in New York.
That's right.
Right.
I was on the David Letterman show.
I've heard of that program.
Yeah, he's wrapping it up.
I know he's tapping out.
Yeah. And I'm a big, huge Letterman fan, so I got to go on the show
Yes.
kind of about a week ago.
Oh, that was great.
And talked about the movie briefly, but
Okay.
that I really kind of wanted to just go to the show and just fawn over David Letterman.
He is the best.
Nobody has had more of an impact on the national sense of humor over the last 3 decades than him. He's an important figure, more so than I think people ever give him credit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's the best that's ever done that job.
That whole philosophy of make a joke, then repeat it 12 times, then beat it into the ground.
Just a certain kind of irreverence.
Sure.
And sardonic kind of sense of humor and sensibility. I mean, even just top 10 lists. I remember when he started doing those top 10 lists.
Right.
And then, you saw top 10 lists on T-shirts, and it becomes part of the...
Yeah, on all the on television shows everywhere. And I'll never forget covering the 2000 World Series here in New York, Mets Yankees. And it was my job to interview the star of the game after Fox got the star of the game, because Fox had the TV rights, ESPN Radio had the radio rights. So we were contractually allowed to speak to the star of the game as soon as Fox was done. And I think it was probably Bernie Williams, because he caught, I think that's who it was, or Jeter, one of those two, after the World Series is over. And I'm looking around. It's a total scrum. And I turn around. It was Bernie Williams. And there's Bernie Williams talking to
Biff
Henderson. Turn around. There's Biff Henderson getting my interview. And I just thought to myself, this is Letterman also. That he would then send his stage manager to the World Series or the Super Bowl. Now people do that all the time.
Right.
He was the first to do that.
Yeah. Did you see that great bit of Letterman as he leaves this show and he's going to Yankee Stadium, puts on the uniform. It's music from The Natural. He goes,
No, I never saw that.
Oh, yeah, YouTube it. And then it's just an infield pop fly. It's great. Builds and swells. It's just a perfect sketch.
I'm here with Paul Rudd here on the Rich Eisen Show. And Paul, no one can ever take this away from you or me or the show. It's the first ever wardrobe change by a guest on this program. You took off your Kansas City Chiefs red
my Barry Strong
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Now what do you have on?
Now I have my Charles in Charge. It's a Jamal Charles T-shirt. But what I like about it, besides the fact that it just says Charles in Charge, it's got Jamal playing in his uniform.
Yep.
But then a bigger one of just him looking snazzy.
Yeah, and a dress shirt, a button-down white dress shirt with a red tie and red suspenders.
Red suspenders.
Does he?
His thumbs behind the suspenders.
Yeah. Like he's snapping his collar, popping his collar, but it's really Larry King.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a great T-shirt.
Charles in Charge.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is, again, the first one, Brockman. Make note of it, because this is history. This is show history right here.
Really? First ever?
We've never had somebody basically say, you know what, I brought an extra T-shirt because I didn't know what I was going to, or extra anything.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not kidding. I thought about bringing some Chief Zuba pants. I'm serious.
You have Chiefs
yes.
Zuba pants?
My brother-in-law bought them for me for Christmas.
Have you worn them anywhere?
Oh, God, no.
Not even in the house? Not even in the house?
Well, he got it for me as a joke.
Oh, okay.
But I thought, what if I just wear the Zuba pants?
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Next time. Worth it.
Maybe next time. Let's go to the phone call list here. Terry in Oregon, you're on the Rich Eisen Show with Paul Rudd. Terry?
Yeah, hey, Rich. Great to see you. A couple months ago, you were talking about who would play you on the ESPN movie, and I was thinking of Paul Rudd, and here he is. And then second of all, the movie or show Longmire, have you ever seen it?
I've not seen Longmire, no, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Anyway, the sheriff looks just like Brett Favre. You got to check it out.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. What do you think about how would you play me, Paul? Obviously, you'd need to wear a prosthetic device on your head.
Oh, that's 6 hours in the chair.
Although, wait a minute. Back when I was on ESPN, I had seriously almost like it was Flock of Seagulls. I mean, I really had.
I remember you back when you were rocking that Flock of Seagulls.
I was
haircut.
definitely, yeah. I had it
A
working.
young Dan Aykroyd, Rich.
Yes. Well, I mean, I was Dr. Detroit Dan Aykroyd, not Driving Miss Daisy Dan Aykroyd. It's a very distinct difference.
Trading
here.
places, Dan Aykroyd.
Now,
Right.
Paul, maybe Corey Stoll, the villain from your movie, playing Rich. Yellow Jacket, right?
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
a little of that going on.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Okay.
He would. I think he'd get the voice down.
Okay.
I could see that's not a bad idea, Corey Stoll.
Okay.
Are you still there?
Yeah, we're still here, Terry.
Yeah. The other day during the draft, they did a split screen on you. And then 10 years ago, when you were a little thinner and had a head of hair, he kind of resembles you.
Okay. I'll take it. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that. I'm more thin. I think I'm thinner now than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Susie would say that.
You're on a
right
better diet now.
now. Right. By the way, I mean,
if this happens,
Yeah. Yeah.
how would you feel about me moving into your house for a while? I want to do some real kind of
I already
method,
like where this is
serious
going. Love it.
research. I live with Susie and the kids.
yeah, I think Susie, by the way, would sign for that right now because you're one of her favorite people on planet
Well,
Earth.
we're very good friends with you guys.
Yes.
Julia and me and
Yes.
you and Susie.
Yes.
We've vacationed.
That has
together.
happened.
It's happened.
Yes, that has happened. So would you would move in? I mean, would you parent my 3 children as well? I don't know if Susie would be up for a midnight wake up to watch the draft on DVR.
She
would be up for it, but I think she'd need a little bit of an arm twist.
She'd think that maybe was ridiculous.
That's one word for it.
Right.
Excessive might be another.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It was
I don't know.
real-
I don't want to put words in her mouth.
No,
That's the last thing I wanna do.
I think that makes sense. I think she has a point.
I love that
Now-
story, man.
Paul, you DVR'd the draft. You watched all 7 rounds of this guy.
Yeah.
By the
there
way,
you go.
yeah.
That's it for Terry.
Oh,
from
Terry's
Oregon.
like, God,
Yeah.
he wanted to get to Longmire.
I've got. Yeah.
Did you DVR the Cubs game Tuesday night?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh. We don't have this, do we?
We do have it.
Oh, God.
And we think, because, he's a big baseball fan.
Okay.
We should maybe get your take of.
He's a good singer, apparently, right?
Yes.
Rich sang the 7th inning stretch at Wrigley.
I did see that.
Okay.
You did see
with
it.
Melissa Stark and Mariucci, please. It's not me solo here. Okay.
We're going to play it.
Okay.
We'll get your full take on it, because Garland had some thoughts on it.
Okay. Go for it. Oh God.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear you. Oh,
I had a beer an inning before it. Too. 1 beer per inning before it. Oh, yeah.
You'd never know.
It's
All
not
right,
good.
He's gotten the gist of it.
Right.
He's gotten the gist. He's gotten the gist.
Seemed as if maybe it's something with the acoustics. You guys might have been a little ahead. A little ahead of the
So
beat.
he tried to blame the Oregon guy who's been there for 27 years, does what, 81 games a year?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I didn't hear the organ. Otherwise, I would have.
You were also right next to Melissa Stark.
Yes.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Drew had
as-
7 beers.
Yeah. Have
7
you ever?
beers might have played a factor.
Have you done a first pitch?
I've done
of
first
course,
pitch
at
for
Big
the
Slick every year
Big Slick
in
for the. I
Kansas
go
City.
every year
Right.
with the Royals.
And
We
we've
do-
sang. What a stupid question. I've sang this song with you.
I've actually sung it with you. And by the way, when you
On
did
the
in
field.
Kansas City,
Yes.
you put a harmony to it, and it was gorgeous.
I did go. See
It
now.
was beautiful.
You are one of the best karaoke singers of all time. You and all your buddies. Your buddies Ken Marino, Latrulio, Cannavale, all those. I named. Did I? By the way, did I just name your fantasy football league?
You might
Pretty much
have.
right there.
I was actually karaokeing with Cannavale
Mm-hmm.
the night before yesterday.
Yeah, he was. By the way,
Is that a fact?
he was my source about the draft.
Oh, he was.
Oh yeah,
Because I was with him.
he coughed it up.
He did.
He
That makes
did.
sense. Yeah.
He coughed up that information. See,
That makes sense now.
I've got a tweet here at JTipton417. Ask Paul if he still uses Sex Panther # Go Chiefs. How do you respond to that?
I've retired it.
You have.
It was too potent. It was too dangerous.
Yeah.
It was too alluring.
You have to make sure that you're in the right environment for that to uncork it.
Yeah, it actually could be used as a weapon.
It could.
It's very in the wrong hands. It's it's dangerous.
It's weapons grade.
It's weapons grade.
I like it.
Weapons grade Panther.
Vince in Seattle, you're on the Rich Eisen Show with Paul Rudd. Vince?
Hi, Rich. Great talking to you again. You and the Chris's are looking fantastic today, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll take it.
We'll take it.
What do you got, Vince?
Paul, I absolutely love your career. I love everything that you've done. It's incredibly eclectic, broad.
Wow.
You've been around for a long time, done a lot of TV, a lot of movies. I even liked you in Gen Y Cops or, Jackie Chan's Middle Mayhem.
Wow.
You want to
My
pronounce it.
God. That's a deep cut.
I
Thank you,
loved
Vince.
you for a long time. Just absolutely love you. Question is, how do you pick what you do next? Because, as I said, you kind of do a lot of things, cameos and other people's things, TV. Just how do you pick what's next for you?
Well, a great question. Sometimes you don't always get to pick.
Mm-hmm.
I always was confused whenever I would see actors interviewed on TV. They say, "Why did you choose to do something like this next?"
Yeah.
There are things I'd probably like to do that I don't get to choose them though.
Sure.
Because they're not choosing me.
Okay.
But I basically, if I read something or something's coming around and I like it and it seems like something I'd want to see, or it seems like it would be fun to work on, or the people that are working on it I like, that certainly plays a huge part if I like the character. And sometimes I have friends that do lots of things too, and one of the great things about that is they'll be doing a show or a movie and they'll say, "Hey, can you want to come and work on this for a day or something?" And it's a fun job, and it's especially fun when you get to work with people that you really like and are friends with, and I've been able to do that a lot in my career.
Andrew in Michigan, you're on the Rich Eisen Show with Paul Rudd. Andrew?
Hey, what's up?
You tell me. You're on the phone
What's
with
up,
Paul.
Andrew? How are you?
Nada. I'm just, I want to ask or say to you first, Rich, good luck tonight and everything. But, Stuart, yeah.
I'm losing. We could go to your question for Paul. I'm toast for tonight.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you first, actually, Rich. Who do you think's taking the AL Central exactly this year?
Uh-oh. See, this is a mission. You're a Tigers fan, aren't you, Andrew?
What do you think?
I'm guessing, yeah.
You know what? And it's funny because normally at the Big Slick, the Tigers are the team playing the Royals.
Yeah.
And
It's happened twice.
And I appreciate the call, Andrew. You'll like this story. Who has been particularly terrorized by the group on the Tigers staff?
Gene Lamont.
What is this story?
Well, the very first year, Big Slick is this. Big Slick is a charity event for Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. We've done it now 5 years in a row. This is going to be our 6th year, and every year we do a thing with the Royals at the Royals game, and we were sitting in the box and field box, and Will Ferrell was there with us, and obstructing our view of the game was third base coach Gene Lamont, and Will Ferrell, for some reason, just decided to scream throughout the whole game at Gene Lamont, and he never turned around, which then made Will want to do it more. And then when we were interviewed on television, all Will talked about is how Gene Lamont is the Darth Vader of baseball, and he's never ever let it go, and every year when we sing the seventh inning stretch, we'll do "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It always ends with Gene Lamont. We don't have to be playing the Tigers anymore. By the way, I hear the nicest man in the world, Gene Lamont. I have no idea why.
But he's not a window, and so you need to move.
He wasn't really even blocking. I don't know. I think it was just more. Yeah.
Oh gosh, Paul Rudd is here. Let's take a quick break and then and wrap up this hour with you, sir. You're a kind man to be here this entire hour.
Oh, there's nowhere I'd rather be than right here with you today, Rich.
And that's the first ever Marv Levy quote from Paul Rudd, wearing a Jamal Charles T-shirt here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Kind of awesome.
This is the best I've ever played at ping pong, because I'm not good.
We need toys, Rich, back in L.A.
Look at this. These guys get a flight from New York, and this is what they do. They're on the clock right now, technically.
They're at their job.
They are, right? Like right now, if somebody called you right now, Law, you're unavailable because you're working.
I'm unavailable. I'm in a meeting, actually.
Yeah.
We're in a very important meeting.
Huh.
He just got the point, which makes him really good at his job.
I know. He's very, very good at his gig. Oh, gosh.
Nobody else can do what we do, Rich.
Say that again, bud.
Nobody else can do what we do.
Nope. You're indispensable.
So, Paul, do you think Rich will bring it home tonight? Is he going to bring home the hardware, the sports Emmys?
Yeah, who's gonna win the Emmy tonight?
Yeah, what do you? I got no shot. You're too kind. Whatever you're about to say is too kind. No, seriously.
I think it's going to go to Stuart Scott.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is.
then let's do the real question. Where are we karaokeing tonight?
Oh.
You could probably hit Sing Sing down in East Village.
Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
By the way, that's his way of telling you you're not doing it with him.
Well,
I won't be.
Yeah.
I double dipped on
I was
karaoke
trying to
Saturday.
work that
and
in there.
Sunday.
Are you serious? What is your go-to song?
I have no go-to. I do it so much that I don't have a go-to song.
I've seen you sing karaoke.
By the way, I'm not
in
doing too bad
Spanish.
right now.
You're playing way better.
I've done a Spanish song.
seem
yeah.
just like
I'm
a
not really
done that
turning
before.
it on.
Straight
I'm
up.
gonna try to
I was
sing
there
it.
that night.
Making you playing left
I
eye.
was
You're
there
a great.
that night.
You're a Sinatra.
Play right now.
That's all I got.
You gotta say, no, it's not
That's
all.
all
you
I have. That's all I have.
It's you
I
do an
I go
amazing
lower
Sinatra.
register.
You do an amazing Sinatra.
All right, so Paul Rudd is here. Those two guys are working diligently playing ping pong. When we come back, we'll hit it's bigslickkc.org.
Big Slick Casey.
We'll hit it. We'll hit that.
Great.
Talk about it. You
Yeah.
and Stone
Point.
Street and Keckner.
That was me.
And Sudeikis and Wriggles.
That's right. Man, it's getting huge. We're back with Paul Rudd to finish up in a moment.
Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. Paul Rudd here all hour long. This has been fun. You're about to, Paul Rudd, let me describe for the radio audience. Here in the Dan Patrick, the DirecTV man cave that Dan Patrick does. That was the sound of the Patriots.
Wait, hold on a
helmet
second.
being
Wait,
thrown on the
what just
floor.
happened?
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
He just threw the Patriots helmet on the floor and has replaced the Chiefs helmet on our set with it. Yeah. That's what happens when you lose Monday Night Football to him. Stone Street said that he ran into Belichick at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and sort of told him he was a Chiefs fan, and Belichick admitted that they really took it to them, but then gently reminded him as to who won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think he probably needed to be reminded.
you beat both Super Bowl teams.
We beat the
last year.
Seahawks and the Patriots.
Yes, that did happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
BigSlickKC.org is the place that people, certainly in the Kansas City area, it's truly one of the best charity events in America.
It is the greatest thing ever for such a great hospital, Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. It's now our 5th year. I host this event with Jason Sudeikis, Rob Riggle, David Keckner, and Stone Street, as you said,
Yep.
and the 5 of us. We're all from Kansas City, and we go back every year to try and raise money for this great hospital. BigSlickKC.org.
Go there, and if you're in the area, get tickets, and if you're not in the area, come to the area. You, sir, are a prince. Thank you for coming in here. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I love Prince.
That is the best answer I've ever heard to something like that.
It's
Yes.
true. He's amazing. He's
Well, then you, sir, are an artist formerly known as Prince. Then
Aw,
you're that.
I'll take it.
You're that symbol or whatever the heck it was.
You're Prince William.
Attaboy. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Make a note of it. July 17th in theaters near you. Once that hits. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Best of the family.
And congratulations on Charlotte.
Thank you very much.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.